So ADA currently finds itself on an uptrend, and reason being is because since the 22nd of June, we have seen high highs, with this local top here being broken, and that then resulted in a change of character being triggered following this 50-year upside. And just recently, this local top was also broken, and that then further confirmed that we were on a bullish trend. And here you can see that we actually tapped into this wave Y target that I set out previously, where I mentioned that we had a WXY structure that was forming. And within this Y wave, it looks like we have a WXY structure where that Y wave could potentially reach this region here, sitting between 64.26 cents to 66.21 cents. So if I go on the hourly chart, what you can see is I set out this target in my previous video, where I mentioned that I was actually looking out for ADA to breach this region, which would then further confirm that we were bullish, and I was looking out for a 5-wave move. And reason being is because within this W wave, we had a 5-wave structure. And so because the wave W was made up of 5 waves, that then meant that the wave Y will also need to be made up of 5 waves. And so, yeah, given the fact that we ended up breaching this region, that then triggered a 5-wave structure. And so what I'll do is check to see if this wave actually met the requirement for the third wave, which is a 1.618 retracement of the wave 1, which is this one here. So if I bring in a fib tool and draw that in, and so yeah, here you can see that we ended up breaching past the 1.618 level, where we ended up reaching this local top, and that local top sits at 62.81 cents. And so it's possible that this third wave is complete, and we are now in a retracement to the downside to complete the fourth wave, and we'll see that final push to the upside to complete that fifth wave. And so what I'll do is check to see if this third wave is complete or if there's still more room to the upside. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll draw this structure in, like so, and I'll go down to the 5-minute chart. And so, yeah, straight away I can see that this third wave is made up of an impulsive move as opposed to a corrective move. And here what we had is a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And so this structure here formed the wave 1. And then we had this corrective move to the downside that played out to complete the wave 2. And then we had a wave 3, 4, and 5 that played out also. And so what I'll do is use the fib tool to see where the 1.618 level is. And so that 1.618 level sits at 61.72 cents. And here you can see that we ended up breaching past that level, where we ended up reaching, if I just put this to here and just, so we ended up reaching 62.1 cents to complete this third wave. And here you can see that we had a WXY structure that played out to complete this fourth wave. So what I'll do very quickly is check to see if this Y wave met the typical requirements, which is a 1 to 1.236 retracement of the W wave. And yeah, here you can see that we ended up tapping into that range to complete the fourth wave, and we had this push to the upside to complete the fifth wave. And that fifth wave will typically retrace anywhere between 1.236 to 1.618 of the wave 4. So once again, using the fib tool. So here you can see that that range sits between 62.58 cents to 63.37 cents. And we have tapped into that region. And so it's possible that the fifth wave is complete, which then in turn complete the third wave. So if I draw this region, so yeah, it's possible that this third wave is now complete, and we get to see that retracement to the downside to complete the fourth wave, and that fifth wave will then play out either in the hours to come or in the days to come. Only time will tell, really. And so if I go in the hourly chart once again, you can see that we are within the oversold conditions. And so I am still looking out for the bulls to continue to regain control of the market. And this could play in line with us actually going even deeper within this range here and potentially target out this range here between 64.26 cents to 66.21 cents. And given the fact that we are trading above both the 200 and 50 EMA, that's another signal that we are bullish as things stand at the moment. And if I go in the 4 hour chart, what you can see is we are within overbought conditions. And so I am looking out for a retracement following this move to the upside. And that retracement could be a 50 to 80.2% retracement of this bigger wave structure that I've been tracking. And shortly after that retracement to the downside, then I'll be looking out for that reversal to the upside where we can continue to see high highs. But of course, this is something I'm going to be tracking and I'll be keeping you guys updated. And so yeah, that's my update on ADA. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit the like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.